Hi friends, it's Terry Stewart, Independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. Welcome to my Stamping is Fun channel and this vlog. It's July and we're focusing on home decor. I have a really cute project that I'm really excited to share with you, so let's get started. So my project are these little bundles of Hershey's miniatures wrapped in hand pen DSP with brilliant wings with the Brilliant Wings dies. So the DSP is hand penned and it has all these beautiful florals and the kind of watercolory, very soft and delicate. And I just love the colors. I love the images. You see these patterns. So very pretty florals. And then the reverse side have these more solid, less busy images. So I've used some scraps of vellum and cardstock and just a little bit with my Brilliant Wing die, and I'm using this smaller one here, and I'm cutting both the vellum and these pieces of cardstock. So I have my cut and emboss machine and I'm with my die, and I found that the vellum, you can cut two dies at once, run it through. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to go forward and then backward. And then if you can see, it's cut all the way through. And I'm going to bring in my pick your tool and use my brush instrument. And this will let me get all the pieces out. And then I can use the other end. And when it's loosened, pull that from the die. And there are my two vellum butterflies. And make sure that my die is clear. All the little pieces. Right there. And there. And now I'm going to cut my cardstock. This is a Highland Heather. And these you can only do one at a time. And then I'll bring in my pick your tool brush. And use the poke end to push it out of the die. And there's my butterfly. And then on my blushing bride. And remove my cardstock from the die with my brush. Pick your tool. And all my, set this aside. Now we have our butterflies. I'm bringing some pieces of my DSP and my cutter. I've found that 4 1/4 length, 4 1/2, somewhere between 4 1/4 and 4 1/2, depending on what your scrap paper is. Cut that, and then you need a 1 1/2 inch wide. So there's my 1 1/2 inch. And then I'll do the same with this. I'll make this 1 1/2. And then this one will be 4 1/4. So this one will be a little bit shorter. And you can see the difference. It both work well. Check out my blog, stampinghair.blogspot.com, and I'll have all the measurements, both in imperial and metric, for this project. So now we have our DSP, our butterflies, and our chocolates, and we're ready to proceed. I'm going to stack my chocolates together and then take my piece of DSP. Now this is the shorter one, and you'll see the difference. It still works, just a little bit shorter. So kind of, if you turn these over and make sure that the back flaps are not lifted up, and then center them and bring your DSP around, and then the other side, and kind of tightly, hold it tightly. So there, it's bundled up. And the Hershey's company does not want you to put any kind of adhesive on their product. So the adhesive has to go on the DSP. So I'm just going to put a thin bead here along the edge, and then fold this over, and then hold it while the glue activates. And this way you only get the adhesive on the DSP and not the chocolate wrapper. And then we have that. So that one's done. Now this is the shorter one, the longer one. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to turn my chocolates over, make sure that the wrappers are flat, and then bring the DSP up and over, and then this way. And I'm going to put the glue here, line up and then hold it while it activates. It only takes a few seconds. So now we have 2 little bundles. We can work on our butterflies. I'm going to use my mini glue dots to adhere these together, and the other end of my pick your tool. So I'm going to pick up a mini glue dot and put it right here in the middle, and do the same for my blushing bride. And then with my vellum, I'm going to kind of pull these wings on either side of that, and then just match it up and lay it on top. And there are butterflies assembled. So I'm folding over up just on the other side of where the glue dot will be underneath, lining these up, and then putting it down. And now I can adhere these to my chocolate bundles. And I'll be using my liquid glue and putting it right under in this bigger area, putting some adhesive and then down the center. And put them on at an angle. A little bit of glue here and then down that center body. And so this one's going to go to the left. This one I think we'll put to the right. And then the last little bit of bling. So I'm going to use the iridescent sequins from the Expressions in Ink ephemera pack to add a little bit of bling. Again, with pick your tool, I'll pick up one of these sequins and put that right there in the center of the body with a little bit of bling. I took these as little favors to a party and everybody loved them. So you can see that the patterns, this one is Daffodil Delight, Pale Papaya, and the Blushing Bride, and Highland Heather. It matches with the floral so lovely. So there you go. Make sure you visit the other vlog hops so you can see even more fun home decor projects. Thank you so much for joining me in this vlog. Subscribe to my channel so I can bring you even more fun projects. And until next time, remember, stamping is fun. Bye.